Another Time, Another Place is the story of two loves, two generations apart, who are eerily similar in their hopes and intensity. This is the latest novel by writer Mary Verdick, who joins me now. Mary, welcome back to Connecticut Style.
Thank you, Teresa.
So you've been busy. This is your 6th novel in 10 years.
Yes, it is.
Now, you weren't always a writer. How did you start off?
Well, first I taught school and for 5 years in a middle school. And then I went to work for Weekly Reader, the children's newspaper.
Oh, sure.
And I edited one of the periodicals. And while I was there, I wrote a group of young adult novels called PAL paperbacks that went to all the schools. And that started me writing.
Got it.
And then after 16 years there, I left because my husband had Parkinson's and I had to stay home and take care of him. And he was sick for several years. And then when he died, I was sort of at loose ends. My son had grown and left home. So I just sat down one day and started writing.
And where do you get the ideas from?
I don't know.
Are they based on your life?
No, they're not autobiographical, but I think anything that happens to you gives you sort of a little kernel of an idea. And then you embroider it, you know.
All right, so your latest novel is called Another Time, Another Place. Set the story up for us.
Well, it's about two women, and they're 2 generations apart, an 18-year-old girl who was a failed ballerina.
Okay.
And her great aunt who's 70, and they take a road trip from Santa Fe to Denver, and the girl meets somebody on the way when they stop at a Hot Springs resort, and she falls very madly in love, and but it doesn't work out, and they continue on to Denver, and while they're driving, Wheezy, the great aunt, tells her about her love affair during World War II.
Oh.
And that ended.
So some parallels there, would you say?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. I guess let's talk about the emotional experience between the two women in the car. Similar, correct? Even though they're so far apart in age.
Yes, they're very similar. They both fall desperately in love, and they both lose the loves. But in the end, love triumphs. It's eternal. Love is eternal, I think. And
oh, good.
It survives against all odds.
Now, the other books, are they love stories?
Yes,
that you've
they
written?
are. But they're not really just romances. All of them have a lot of intrigue and a lot of suspense. I like to have suspense in my books.
Sure. Let's go back to the current novel. There's a sister figure that kind of throws a wrench into the love affair of Phoebe, correct?
Right.
Give us some more details about that.
Well, her name is Winona, and she brought up this boy.
Okay.
She's not married, and she brought him up, and she feels she's very possessive.
She doesn't want to share, does she?
No, she doesn't. So she sort of breaks the romance up.
Okay.
But things that... love, as I said, triumphs.
We're going to have to read it and figure out exactly what happens, right? Mm-hmm. Mary, I know you have an upcoming book signing. Give us the details. It's June 14th.
Yes, at Broad Street Books in Middletown.
Okay.
And it's from 3 to 5.
All right. You could see all that information up on the screen. Very good. We can come out and get a signed copy, right?
Yes, certainly. I hope you will.
All right. And where else can we find the book?
At Amazon or
everywhere.
Barnes & Noble or any bookstore across the country. If they don't have it, you just can order it.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much for being here. Again, the name of the book is Another Time, Another Place by Mary Verdick. All right, up next, Chef Larry Landsberg shares a recipe for salmon when Style returns. We'll be right back.